All right. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're joining us from. I am so excited that I finally got to say, for those of us that are joining us on mobile, it's finally working. Actually, let me mute my own phone. And honestly, it looks pretty good. I'm happy with this. So this chat overlay is obviously not going to work with the other chat pulling up. But as always, I'd like just to start here and say, hey, in our case, good morning. Hopefully your coffee is strong and your day is going well. But Auto Amir, 2-card. Wait, what's 2-card Amir? Unless you just mean 2 cards in deck Amir. But yeah, so as always, I'm going to try to start the early part of the stream just saying, like, hey, what's going on, what to expect. And today we are going to be working on Amir because it is the last Vanguard that I have not worked on yet, leading into the Tower of Screams, which, as many people know, is going to be the major update dropping on Tuesday, where it is going to be 30 very long battles of just trying to auto through it and trying to survive. So my hope is that we are going to be able to build a Vanguard-focused team that will be like the go-to, completely full auto friendly, use this team to beat the tower, whatever clickbait title you wanna throw at it, right? And so while I'm not sure Amir is gonna be good enough to qualify in that category, I just want to still make sure that I level up every Vanguard, try them with their various epiphanies, and then just have like a more complete Vanguard guide style of video. So that's what we're going to be focusing on for today. Who is Amir? A wannabe Vanguard. And loot box with the Makoko. Thank you. All right, let's get over. Let's see. Sorry, like I'm still checking this on my phone just to make sure that everything else is working and looking good. And hopefully now we should have the other cutover. Cool. This looks sick. I am really happy, and that does look a lot better for mobile viewers. Awesome. Okay, so let me put that down. So, oh, I guess we have right. I didn't do anything since last night, so we have some policies to click through and whatnot. Oh, hello, Kayron. Yeah, it's just one of those things that feels bad, right? Where it's like, oh, you mitigate some damage, so you must count as a Vanguard. It's just like, I guess, but you know, when we compare to things like Calipe or Magna or Maribel, right? Because isn't there just a oops, Vanguard Ply? There we go, right? So when we consider like all 4 of these, and I guess, you know, it's fine because Amir is like... Magna just really does feel like the upgraded version of Amir, just in terms of like, hey, you're going to have some type of mitigation, but also more damage-focused than their other counterpart. Now, I know that Magna can actually go a all-in shield build, but I like her counterattack focus better. And then, of course, like Magna and Maribel is just a really great combination to throw together because of all their counterattacking shenanigans, so... I think if you're able to build out and it sucks because it requires double 5-star, right? But I think if you're able to build out like a full Vanguard team and you just use these 3, you're just going to be in a fine spot. There's so much counterattacking, especially with the Calipe version that we just finished with getting all the extra stacks of vulnerable. Obviously, Celestial working very well with just all the 2-cost cards that both Magna and Maribel are going to have. There's a lot of synergy between just a all-in Vanguard team, but again, up until this point, we really didn't have a reason to use them. So we do have our Amir. Actually, she doesn't have a background, right? Yo, Amir background when, right? Yes, if you're on vertical, that's still like the happy medium I had to go with. I tried to do a view all of the game screen for vertical view, but then it's like this big on the screen, which I felt like a lot of people would not like. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm actually had figured this out, I can add a quick because now I'm curious. Now that I can actually check on my phone. Transform. Yeah, like this is what you would see otherwise if it's just the... Oh, I guess you can kind of see it. It's just unfortunate that, like, the chat covers everything on YouTube. This is better. Oh, would you rather have? I guess, for those on vertical, do you like seeing the actual full screen instead? Looks at clock. Yes, good morning, Neo. Hope you're doing well. Because, right, I could do... Sorry, everyone. We're trying to improve the mobile experience really quick. Platform wise, YouTube and Twitch. Serennial lobby at the bottom, dirty. Oh, right, because I did have the chat previously, but it's going to double up. Yeah, hold on. Let me... So I don't need the chat on vertical then. That was the wrong one. Nope, that's the wrong one. Where is my... Okay. If you're on vertical, let me know how that looks. Otherwise, I will, I'm going to leave it and call it at that for now and just get into the actual runs. I'll try to do one with, we'll do one complete run, see how it looks, but I was worried that this would be too small otherwise. Well, the bottom gets covered by chat, unfortunately, so I was trying to have, like, a more neutral, background. Well, I know that Ray got it. Who else is missing lobby backgrounds? And so, yes, we are going to build her as just a standard support. So anyways, we need to go look at her epiphanies. So if we are going for more damage variation, I feel like just getting the upgrade might work here. Ephemeralization decreased by 1, add 1 hit, inflict 2 vulnerable. So this is a ×3 hit. So we have a multi-hit, we have a nuke. We have just a way to get more stacks of vulnerable or metallization. Full metal hurricane is where the damage is at. All right, let me actually just go to that one then. Because yeah, so for those that missed it, for our Maribel video, we just built a all-in combo defensive Amir, so like we didn't care about any of her damage like going up to this point. Externalization damage, externalization strikes. The upgrade I'm sure is terrible. And we have a 5 hit. Jesus. So I was going to say we can just use Ray to boost her damage, but Ray does not actually work here. Increase hit count for Metalizer, making full metal hurricane damage card. Yeah, I really like the multi-hit. We've seen time and time again where, like, if you stack up morale or if you stack up, like, Ray's effects, the anytime you can get more hits in is usually the best. Sorry, let me make it full screen to make it easier to read. Anytime that you can increase hits of something while also having a way to increase that damage has just been a tried and true method. So things like Ray is how we'd always work with like Kayron and other multi-hitters, right? But the fact that it's a cost 2 is just not going to work out for us, unfortunately. Actually, how is Ray's healing defense card worded exactly? Is it still is 1 or less, right? Let me double check so I'm not crazy. Because Ray has a very specific card. No, damage, healing, and shield gain. So not defensive in this case either. Owen doesn't have one, and oh, Nia doesn't have one. Okay, that's rude. But yeah, so the main issue here is right that all of hers are cost 1. I guess this is fine then, because you know what this means is we can actually use Haru's set on Amir because of all the cards costing 2 or more. Unfortunately, this does limit what we can do from a damage boosting application, because she doesn't have any other self-boosting effects, right? Like, obviously, she's going to need stacks of metallization. But her full metal hurricane does not count itself as metallization damage, as far as I'm aware. And that's just the shielding. Well, the issue is with Full Metal Hurricane, it costs 2, and Ray is only going to be 1 or less. So, I mean, I guess on that point, we could use Metal Pierce, right? Doesn't Metal Pierce have a multi-hit? Weaken. Oh, that's a 2 cost. Wait, if in a metallization state, decreased by 1, add 1 hit. So we could have a triple hit. What is this rank thing next to your name? Unfortunately, I don't know because I don't see it on mine unless it's just a YouTube vertical thing. Oh, yeah, I have no idea what that is. So, okay. I really like the idea of Metal Pierce because if we can give herself vulnerable stacks, that means she becomes her own damage amp with Ray. Okay, Ray does... Alright, let's do a quick test. I have to assume Ray works with defense-based cards. I technically have never had a defense... Because Ray just says damage, right? And that is technically a different wording. Before I, like, go too far down this path. Yeah, it says damage amount, so I want to assume that this is going to work. Yeah, we still have the normal stream up for people that want to catch the normal stream, but I haven't had a chance to figure out too much about the vertical other than, like, hey, I'm glad it's finally working after how long I struggled with it. Let us go into... I mean, like, any random stage, I guess, works. Ray. Skill card, shield gain. Oh, wait, no, yeah. It's, Willie is the better of the two. Is chat shared between the two? So, on the normal stream, the chat is linked everywhere. For the vertical, I believe it's only YouTube chat. Let's not discard my cards. I am trying to test. Goodness. Well, that was annoying. Alright, we're gonna get our stacks of metallization at least. Oh, should I just, 169? Heck, I don't know if that actually increased it. I think that was 169 to start with. I need to go find one of our other effects. Or I guess we could just test it with morale, right? Or dark condensation if I just draw back into it. I want to assume that all damage boosting effects are still going to work here. Yeah, because now it's 209, so it's definitely gone up from morale, right? That. Oh, wait, no, we're still just using that. So, Resonating Darkness is live. Okay, yeah, so Ray is going to work. So this has to be the better of the two builds, then. The fact that you can get a unit... Wow, this is actually kind of crazy. Hold on. Like... Damn, that's... The fact that we get a multi-hit, an easy damage boost, and also getting stacks of vulnerable if we have the right application. Yeah, no, we're absolutely going to use Metal Pierce. Like, I'm going to need to build... I'm going to have to think about what set I have on her, but yeah, we know exactly how we're building this out now. Which is unfortunate because I've been needing to redo my race save for like ever, and this is clearly a good showcase of needing to reset it. Okay. Unfortunately, I've goofed off too much, and I have just so many shocks in the deck that I need to actually cycle into damage dealing stuff. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be fun, actually. So hold on, what I gotta go back and look at our Metal Pierces again. Now this is unfortunate because this means if I did want to actually build this sincerely as a damage dealer, we would need to actually go through. We would actually need to upgrade her unique card potential node. But what are the other two? Plus 5% defense damage. No, we don't care about our basic. Plus 10% metallization damage also doesn't matter, technically. Okay, so if we wanted to build this out properly, the only two nodes that matter are these two. Actually, what is our 3-1? Steel barrier? Who cares? So, interesting. This is, let me see what we have here. Oops. Have here again. So, 123 times 2, but getting, or sorry, times 3 inflicting vulnerable. Or we have a single damage nuke. Okay, so we can go tall or we can go wide with this. And if we're partnering her with Ray, it is always better to go wide. 1 vulnerable, 2 metallization. Oh wait, so 2 hit versus. Oh wait, this one deals more damage. So we are trying to find this one then. The fact that it's going to give us its own stacks of vulnerable is super sick. Now obviously it's only going to count for the first 2 hits because it's going to use it, give us 2 stacks, and then we're hitting for 3. So it's not a perfect damage amp, but it works. And inflict 2 vulnerable, 2 weaken. No, okay. So unfortunately, this is our target now. This is the only one that matters. And then I guess if we wanted to do a 2-cost version to make her good with the tanks, we could do something else, but that doesn't seem as fun. So, okay, I know what I want to do. I'll have to put a set on. That's probably not her best damage output, but it's fun. So we're gonna do two different teams, or 2 different builds, ideally. Same as always, we're gonna jump into Laboratory 0 because I am a resetter. The rest of the cards are just, like, nice to have, I guess, but if we can get a Divine on the Metal Pierce, that's probably going to be the best outcome for us. Just to try to get further damage increase, or just any type of damage amp for it. Sick. We do get the double removal at the start, so very thankful for... Oops. There we go. Get our source of water out, get a basic out. Yes, we were able to finish our Magna build on the previous stream, and it was a bit painful to say the least, but I am happy enough with the build. I guess I should have stressed, right? So there's also something to be said about Metal Pierce being the damage dealing choice being only single target, where Full Metal Hurricane is being able to hit 2 different things. But, you know, I think focusing on single target's always going to be a bit better. Early shop plus elite, which is good to see. And we have a tunnel. Okay, so 2 removals plus tunnel is okay. Yes, we're gonna try to make Amir #1. Nope, no promises yet, but we will do what we can. Also, the other thing to consider, right, is that we had just built a 1-turn kill Maribel deck with Amir, and it's like, if you have Maribel and Amir together, I think it's always going to be better to focus on Maribel between the 2 of them, because the damage scaling is just so much higher from the ability that you get. Hey, Kuga, good morning. Well, you're doing well. And again, thankfully for me, Veronica is very geared up, very, very healthy, very tanky, so we should be able to carry through with this team. All right, well, a mutant sample off the start is not a bad way to start the morning. Yes, we will be pulling for Narja. We will be doing our day 1 guides and all that normal good stuff. So, unfortunately, this time we're not going to have a great rift to showcase Narja, but I'm going to try to very quickly clear the tower and have like a showcase for Narja being whatever her final build is going to look like in the tower with the other tanks I've been working on. The only thing I'm not sure about is if we're going to pull for the partner or not. Of course, that's going to be a to be determined based on the value of it, but I got Pekko because, obviously, limited. The devs got that FOMO going. But for future partners, most likely it's... like, I'm really happy with Nyx, right? It's going to be really hard to convince me to not use Nyx because of the drawing and discarding. All right, that's also fair. That's also why I always say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening when I start the stream. I try to get all my time zones covered at the start, but it is morning for me. It is very early morning. But I decided that I wanted to try to stream earlier on the weekends just for more people to have the opportunity to catch the stream in case you're not able to catch it during the week when I'm working and then only able to stream in the evening. So just a good chance for people to stop by, ask questions if they have, or if they want to. Oh, so we do need to fight him. We don't have our copy target yet. Stop by the stream, ask questions, or if you want to just have a say on what we farm next for the stream, character-wise, always try to pick character favorites where we can. All right, well, I will just take the... you always want to see the unique pendant. A little unfortunate we didn't get it, so... we'll see where that ends up. Yeah, exactly. An early mutant sample is very nice, considering I very rarely do actually get mutant sample, it feels like. Why vertical? Just because it makes the mobile experience viewing better. But I do have 2 streams up, so if you are if you still want to see the normal layout and all that stuff, if you just go to the YouTube live section, you will see it. But for those that like on any type of device, like TV, computer, what have you, you should still see like the normal full screen layout. In Lab Zero, is it worth it to enter the tunnel and interior if you've already entered an exterior and got an epiphany from it? Depends on if you want that divine epiphany or not. It's, there's not really a safe answer for that, unfortunately. How much does my crit does my Veronica have? Only like 45. So my dirty little secret, my unfortunate little secret is that my Veronica has not been rebuilt gear-wise since like week 1 or week 2, probably week 2 of Chaos Zero Nightmare. So I have been slacking building a new. Oh, sick! We got her copy target, or her divine target. We just haven't got a chance to get more memory fragments for her, unfortunately. I was building Chizuru, ended up with triple Predator Ray. That's unfortunately how it goes sometimes. You just have to take those. I think I said shop, right? Where was the tunnel? Okay, tunnel is here, so technically we could still do one. Or no, this was the first removal, right? What am I talking about? It was a second removal that we were skipping. Goodbye, Whirlpool. Nobody likes you. So if we're gonna build Amir as a damage dealer, we are gonna look for. Oh, I guess we're just looking for like the normal damage dealing stuff. There's actually nothing that nothing that's gonna boost our damage for like defense-based stuff. Like if we were in Foretold Ruin, there are some cards that would work maybe a little bit better for Amir, but for what we have right now, unfortunately, Lab Zero is gonna be the traditional like hope you find gun to increase attack, right? Hope you get the armor and the emblem that increases damage. Actually, does Cube work with defense-based damage? I have to assume it does, but I've never had it matter. So I guess don't quote me on that yet. I need to test that myself. I really like this middle extraction. We will be spamming skill cards with the other team members, so that's fine. Mika is just never coming back. What is the exact? Yeah, decrease by 1, inflict vulnerable by 2. Oh, it does the damage first, then increases the stacks. Okay, so the second Metal Pierce is always going to do the majority of the damage. Dang, I guess we're going to really want like a draw then. Like a divine draw would be nice, just to help cycle through them. Well, definitely not a fight we want to see. Thankfully, we did find our Ballista, so we should be able to cycle through to Veronica and have a chance. Okay, well, or we just come back early, and that's totally fine too. So we are just gonna use Veronica here to get the extra damage, power up our Ballista, and with some lucky crits, we could kill one of them, but we'll go a little short on the damage. Nope, never mind. The crit does save us. Again, for me, Veronica really just ends up being the best carry that we have, because turns where you just like whiff and you have all these extra cards, it's like, oh, here's all my healing and shielding, but man, I really wish I could deal some damage. Then Ballista comes through and just chunks for 1500. It feels great. If you haven't invested in a Veronica yet, assuming you have her, please invest in Veronica. What if I let Mika stay like that for the whole run? Will it make all of her Epiphany trigger to the other two? Potentially? That would be a very stressful strategy because at some point the other two will go into a broken state. And you're going to have a very bad time with it. Okay, so can I see... Okay, well, it's 101, so I mean, we're going to find out very quickly if this works or not. I'm going to hope it does. Yeah, Mika in this case is already recovered for us. Do I have my Veronica build somewhere? No, per se, but it's just throw the normal DPS or damage-dealing gear on her. 2 attack, 2 crit damage, 2 basics, and then go to town with whatever build you want for her. I normally build her as a draw support, but I know some people have been able to build her as like a pure damage dealer with some of the neutrals, and she does fine there too. The cube is supposed to be a additive boost. All right, well, we got our divine target. We got a divine, so hopefully this is a select divine, not the random divine. Cool. All right, well, this might, assuming that we can actually get the 1 out of 5. Assuming we can get the right Epiphany and get the right divine, we're gonna hope that this works out for us. So, not only does the right card need to get the divine, we also need to get the right type of divine, get the right Epiphany. That's what I'm trying to say. That is... Bro, that is so much text. What do you mean? If it is state, decrease one inflict 2 vulnerable. Ah, no. So we lose the multi-hit. I mean, 3 vulnerable is kind of sick, but the other one was what? Damage increase and an extra hit for metallization? Man. And also keep in mind, vulnerable is not as good on lower damage percent threshold stuff. It's obviously better than this, at least. All right, well, wrong one, but we'll try to go to the first boss and see what we get. What's my PC specs? Oh, God. I built my PC 5 years ago, so it is... I know there's a 3090 in there for the GPU, but I could not even tell you what the AMD I have in there is now off the top of my head. Yeah, like, coordinated attack also removes vulnerable stacks, right? I couldn't remember off the top of my head because I don't remember the last time I've used coordinated strikes, but I'm pretty sure this getting the vulnerable doesn't even matter for us. I think this is going to be a very much just leave after the run, or after the first boss situation. Which is a bummer, considering we got Mutant Sample, we got the Divine technically on the right target. What emulator do I use? I don't. I just use the Stove client. Which I know is like blasphemy, but I've had no issues at any point with the Stove client. Now, again, I say all this, and I'm hoping that my computer is going to hold up with, like, Enfield. So, let's check back together in 2 weeks and how my PC is holding together for Enfield. Oh, wait, so is it not? Wait, I did put Cube on her, right? Is Cube just not working? The number one reason to honestly pick Veronica over everything else is that she has the highest amount of unique cards of all combatants in the game currently, which means she is going to be the best character to bring to a chaos to not have her cards be a copy target for the boss. Now, that might change with Narja right around the corner, and when we see more of her kit, we'll know for sure, but for me, that is the main value that Veronica provides. Not getting in the way of my copy targets, while still doing a shit ton of damage. If you don't have Veronica, she is my go-to pick for the selector. Any predictions on how Tressa's going to get nerfed? No. I'm very curious to see what they do for both Tressa and Cassius, but that's also why a lot of my content has been focused on not using Cassius or just trying to figure out what a post-Cassius nerf looks like, which is why I've been focusing and trying to tell people to invest in their Rays, because Ray is, with Cassius removed potentially, right? Ray is the best damage enhancer in the game. So I'm really hoping that more people will start to use Ray and see the value in her. Yeah, Cassius is the bigger issue between the two, but they've confirmed that Tressa is getting changed as well. All right, show me Giant Ballista. Thank you. Yeah, Veronica's great. I just cannot stop saying how great she is for Chaos runs. What potentials did you invest for Ray? So that's the fun part. You don't have to. Ray is just a enhancer, so she is a very low investment character, other than just make sure you put memory fragments on her for stats. Yeah, so the coordinated stack is eating the vulnerable as well. Yeah, this... Unfortunately, this is just not what we're looking for. Yeah, for Tressa, I really think it just comes down to Shadow Reload, so we can have better healing supports in the future. Doesn't matter what card we remove. Sure, man. I totally forgot that we had the free item fate at like the start of the run. Alright, nothing important. Sorry I was late for this. Could you give a quick recap of what to build? What to build for who, Blackbird? We were just talking about Veronica, and I'm currently working on Amir. What's the plan with Amir? I'm going to turn her into a damage dealer with her one-cost card. Oh, if that's the case, Blackbird, we're going to be trying out 2 different builds, which we're definitely not going to finish them both today just because of RNG. But on one hand, we're going to use her Metal Pierce, which is the one-cost damage-dealing card with multi-hit, which is going to be combined with Ray because Ray can boost its damage significantly. And anytime you have multi-hit effects that can have their damage boosted, it is one of the strongest things you can do in this game. And then the other one is going to be the Full Metal Hurricane, which is our 2-cost damage-dealing card. And that one I'm not exactly sure who we're going to pair with yet, so I'm going to focus on the 1-cost build for now and hope that we can figure out what we can do to make the 2-cost version work. I'm not there yet. Oh, man. All right, well... Alright. If this was the other build, that would have been so sick to get. Or sorry, if we got the other Divine Epiphany is what I'm trying to say, but unfortunately it was not in our not our day for this build. But I'm going to still finish up through the boss just so we can get our Blackthorn trade item. I forget what the item is actually called in the game, but I want to make sure that we can get our free mats out of the shop. True, we could do some cost reduction shenanigans. We could also use Gesture of Freedom to make it cost 1. I don't have a very good Maribel on the account. I have Amir built on. Could Magna or Felipe do the same combos as her? Are you talking about the Maribel OTK build that I made a video on? Like, Maribel doesn't really need a high... Well, Maribel nor Amir really need a high investment. The reason why that build is so good at being able to one-shot bosses is because it just works off damage scaling for shield generation. I will say the downside about that build is that you really do need a very good draw support like Nia to go through the full sequencing and make sure you live long enough, but it's really more about how the game synergizes Amir's shield generation with Maribel's Shelter Strike. Alright, cool. We missed the copy target anyway, so I don't even feel bad. Alright, get me out of this run. I guess we'll just delete this entire Amir. The only dupe you need for the Maribel build is Maribel's E1 because you get more damage from it, and even then, if you have a strong enough Nia or someone who can provide enough draw and deck cycling, you could have her at E0 and be fine. Man, remember when credits were an issue? Those were not great times. You know, the more that I think about it, James, that would actually be hilarious if we got to use Gestures of Freedom, to use Full Metal Hurricane, make it a 1 cost, and then just hyper stack it with Ray. It's probably not the best version of that build, but that's just a really cool, like, things you can do in the game. That would be another, like, interesting showcase, but that kind of deck building is really cool. They reward it. Will I be making tier lists too? I personally do not like doing tier lists for this game because it undersells how you can build out other characters and other areas where they might shine. Especially with something like Maribel, where I can make Maribel do better damage than other damage dealers that people have been building. So it's I've been trying to figure out what is a healthier way to approach tier lists, because I get that tier lists are like inherently clickbait by nature, but I try to approach a topic in earnest if I want to cover it. Ooh, this is a very... Yikes, this is a very not great setup for us. We're just going to go bottom the whole way because it has double elites, which gives us the credits we need for extra removals. No shop really hurts. Yeah. DPS Cassius went, man, any video on YouTube is that right now because of the Great Rift. Yeah, it's hard too, right? Because there is part of me that wants to go back and showcase these old characters like I did. Oh, nice, we got our copy target. Like I did with the Maribel video, but it's also like, if people aren't searching for Maribel, then that video's not going to do as well, and then it just hurts like the YouTube algorithm and all that stuff for the channel. So it's like, it's just not in anybody's best interest to go back and showcase other old characters, unfortunately. So what I'm going to try to do instead is do like a larger Vanguard video and talk about how I built out every Vanguard, because we've been working on Vanguards for the last week, but I don't know if I'm going to, I don't know when I'm going to slide that in yet, with Narja coming out so soon. Yeah, I really thought that the Maribel video would do better than what it did. Also, so quick note here, because as you saw in the last run, I did fight this guy, but because we already have our copy target in our deck, we want to avoid as many fights as possible until we get to the tunnel now to try and get a divine on this. So now, where the last run it was correct to fight him, we instead now want to skip fighting him to not increase our epiphanies. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put like, you know, Amir, Maribel, and whatnot like in the title itself just for SEO stuff, but from like a video topic or like video essay side of things, I'm going to have it focus on just Vanguard's higher level. I mean, I think it's fair to put Amir in a lower end of the tier list for where she's at right now. It's just like, I hate putting Amir in a low tier list and then people like will never discover the Maribel OTK deck that literally only works because of Amir. Oh nice, we got the unique. So it's just, you know, you gotta play the YouTube game sometimes, but it feels bad when other stuff gets overlooked because of it. If you want to do a zero card deck Amir, you absolutely could, but that's not necessarily the goal of what we're focusing on. Bonk. 11 health left, rude. But yeah, I think no matter what, also there's something to be said about Vanguard just not being exciting characters, because people always want to do like whatever the most damage is, or, you know, the insane combos like that. So having a shield focus is probably never going to do well anyways, but if they give me another Vanguard that I can do something crazy with, like Maribel hitting for 30k damage in a turn, then I'm still going to try to find that build. Unfortunately, it just might not be popular, but it is what it is. Yeah, long term, I think that is the greatest single strength that Chaos Zero Nightmare has, is that you get so much value out of min-maxing characters and blending them with different team comps that as long as they handle balance in a healthy way, the future build opportunities for the game are just going to be insane. I've never seen a gacha make tanking stalling interesting. Well, like, Slay the Spire has done a great job of it, right? Which is, you know, a game that this takes a lot of inspiration from, so we could at least have hope that there's going to be something down the line. Yeah, defense-based scaling is for sure an interesting one. Both for tank damage as well as healing values. But also, at the same time, you know, we haven't really had a good showcase on... Well, thank you, Veronica. We haven't had a good showcase on why healing matters yet outside of Chaos, so hasn't been too... Oh, you son of a... Veronica run? Anybody? Veronica run? God, why? Why does this always happen? Did I remove anything of hers yet? We haven't got our giant ballista. We did get... Oh, my God. All right, pivot, 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 pivot. Hard pivot. Jesus. God, triple basic removal, though? Yikes. Damn. We didn't have the extra removal, though, right? Like, we're still short on... yikes. Like, this has to be a mouthful event, or we are... One of these has to... Or wait, no, that'll put us right out the shop. If this isn't a mouthful event, we are very screwed. Yeah, this is definitely a drop everything you're doing moment and try to pivot if you can. We will see. I would certainly low-key love to come out of this with a better build than my other. God, that is so insane. Now, unfortunately, like, we'll have to see what we can get for copy targets and stuff, but... Also, keep in mind, we're going to need to find gear for her, which will be important, so... There's a lot to do to save this run still. I'm going to take some items here just to get them out of the generic pool. We can't use the shop. That's right. All right. Mouthful event, one-time dealer. No, but... All right. Let's... This is the best pivot of my life, brother. Holy hell. Holy hell, let's go. Saved. Absolutely saved like no other. Oh, God, please let this work out. Please let this all work out. I am going to consider this the... See, here's the thing. You know, let's call it like it is. Our desire sensor was just like, you know what, man, don't worry about it. Just keep bringing Veronica. You know, on your 200th Chaos run, we'll get you that better Kolowski. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We do not have points for a Forbidden on Veronica, right? If we take this route. Oh, I have to actually pull up a calculator. Hold on. What is an actual ideal... It's four divines, no forbidden, right? Remove. Divine, copy. So we have exactly enough for all basics removed and triple divine. It is a 170 run. Yes, it is a tier 15. Or wait, no, I'm sorry. Hold on. I forgot we converted one of them to a remove card. Oh, wait, that only saves us 10 points anyways. Never mind, that doesn't matter. Because 10 points doesn't even give us a neutral card. So we'd have to keep a basic if we want to get Ecstasy. Like, Ecstasy of Violence is not worth it. Who am I kidding? So we either keep a basic and get 4 copies, or we're removing all basics. Remove all basics, skip the forbidden. And then it'll be 160 because of the removal. Okay, never mind. We're not gonna overthink this. We are just gonna make a streamlined deck. I'm not gonna sit here and I would rather not have the basics, because right, it's very unlikely that we get boss copy as well as the Orvane copy. But we'll save our last basic removal until the very end anyway, so like we'll plan for a quad divine deck, but it'll be very very unlikely. Do we have a divine target? We're gonna want more credits, I guess. Whatever. The divine will help the run. We'll pick Core of Discord in the next run. Next room, I should say. Just in case we need the healing. I'm gonna be super safe on this run now. Now, the downside here is that we need to make sure that we're removing Amir's cards, which is kind of funny because we literally just said how we're going to make Amir the focus. But hopefully everyone that's watching understands why we are going to pivot as hard as we are during this run. You do not look the gift horse in the mouth when you get like a 1 in 1,000 run. Right Divine plus Mutant Sample is just insane. Dang, I don't like any of these, actually. Oh wait, no, Shelling is the double damage one, right? God, it's been so long since I built her. Yeah, Shelling is always the double damage amount, so that's fine. Like, we actually don't want to clog our hand too much with the double. Wait, which Kulowski did we even get? Did we get the hand spam one? Because if we got the hand spam Kulowski, I was too focused on the draw too. Oh man. So the reason why this might be difficult is because this means we can't use this version of Veronica with my Nia. Am I okay with that? Probably. If I'm not going to use Nia in yeah, you know, actually, this frees up Nia for the other team. So I think we do have enough hand space to take the double Ballista, because we won't have as many skill cards for the other Kulowski. So again, for those that don't know, for Shelling Ballista, the reason why this is so goated is because it is a double damage instance, which is going to scale an absurd amount thanks to our reload stack. So you always get a much higher damage threshold. The difference is with the double, the 50% chance of a Ballista, right? That is always going to be a nice damage increase with having the 194 base if it does hit. So half of the time it's better, you know, sort of situation. We can't go 3 because it's going to put us over cost. We're supposed to be building Amir today, but we actually just got insanely lucky with a Kulowski Divine that's making us pivot for this run. So we're going to see if we can finish off this build and then go from there from going back to Amir. But we're trying to build a damage dealer. Damage dealing Amir where we can. Just always win the 50-50, right? We just always have to win the 50-50. It's fine. Just to remove it from the pool. Now change the title, building Veronica for good, Amir RNG. That's definitely what this feels like. Okay, so we did get one more event. Please be mouthful event. Please be mouthful event. All right. We will, we gotta hope, unfortunately, here. There's not really good odds that we copy what we want. God, it feels so bad we wasted a removal now. Yes, when you pick random gear, it gets removed from the shop because you can't double up on items. Military grenade is honestly just a fun upgrade for damage. Obviously, we're going to look for a second method, but that's just a small quality of life upgrade that I'll definitely grab here while we can. Okay. Credits are getting a little low, but I'm okay with that. That was a pretty good pickup. So we did not get an extra shop. We did not get our mouthful event. So unfortunately, the odds here are not looking good for us. But we will simply hope for the best. That's so sick, man. Oh yeah, we got the healing nerf because of violence. Please stop making me discard my damage stuff. That'd be nice. I need to actually do some damage here, please and thank you. The real downside of not getting our ballistas going. Thank you. There we go. Alright, good enough. 2 ballistas is good enough for me to do my my ultimate here. Get as much damage as possible for the 2 that we have. A crit would have been really nice to clear this out before he can heal up, but ah well. One day I will go back and get the right gear on her. Yeah, I am by no means a fan of neglect. It is not a fun modifier to deal with, but it is always an easy way to get higher modifiers. Ugh. All right, moment of truth. Moment of truth. Oh! Yo, baby, that's what I'm talking about! Let's go. Let's go. All right, we're so alive. We're so alive. All right, we can save it. Now we don't feel bad. Run saved. Everything's fine. Everything's great. Absolutely goated run. So we want to put this on not Veronica because we don't have the points for it. Okay, so we still need to find a second method. We don't want to go in tunnel now because we have to look for events. We have to look for removal. We got our divine target. That's hilarious. One shop. We're not gonna have enough credits. We have 3 removals. We want to skip this. We do not need the tunnel. Honestly, there's a good amount of there's a really good amount of rare nodes here. 1, 2, 1, 2. No, this is. It's still 3 no matter what we do on the bottom, right? It's 3 plus double shop is the best path. Yeah, we want to do... Oh, God, right? We're still missing a card. So we can only use one more removal, right? We're gonna keep one rapid fire until the shop in the core of Discord. So we can use one for removing rapid fire, and we have to use the other 2 for clearing out some other cards. Yeah, I think this is the... Oh, actually, we can go here for the elite, too. This is even better. We can do elite node and then go up to the shop so we can get the maximum amount of credits here. All right, yeah, this is, okay. This is good. This is actually... I'm so sorry for everybody that was looking forward to Amir today. Please forgive me. Please understand. I think everyone's in agreement that this is a worthwhile reason to swap, but man, it's fine. What, today's Saturday? Yeah, we have a couple more streams that we can do before we have to say goodbye to Amir, so no matter what, I want to try to finish Amir before Narja comes out. There we go. So in a perfect world, we're also going to get the 0 cost repose. We'll have to wait and see, you know, if we can truly live all the dreams, but... Jesus, that is a lot of ballistas, brother. Surely one of these ballistas goes into this guy. There we go. Oh, he was doing a runaway emotion. That's fine. All right, Full Metal Hurricane, which is Full Metal Hurricane has turned into my whirlpool, unfortunately, for this run of just needing to delete something else. We don't need any neutral cards, so we're just going to try to... Oops. We're going to try to just skip through this as quick as possible. Oh, I've been wanting to go back and get a build with Force Loading Apparatus. Yeah, so the way I'm thinking about this build is that we're going to need to do something that's like, Veronica has all the draw, Ray is going to be a damage enhancer, but she's also cutting away her own deck, and then whoever is like your main damage dealer is going to have less skill cards by nature, so we should hopefully be able to avoid maxing out her hand that way, hopefully. Like, I can't complain too much because obviously that's a goated Kolowski to get, but also it feels so bad it's the end of the season, right? I'm going to have to re-farm a very similar Veronica deck in 3 weeks. Or I guess we don't know exactly when Season 2 is starting, but y'all know what I mean. Like, I can still use it for bosses and whatnot, but I care more about the seasonal content, so... Yeah, it would be really nice if our boy Mr. Tentacles could make an appearance. But honestly, as long as I can get second method, I'm happy. Oh. Yeah. This is, I am God's favorite today, brother. This is nuts. This is wow. This is just wild. Okay, hold on. So I gotta math. So 120, 140, 160, 300, 420 plus the second method, 212, 632. 632 rare events. We would have to get a discounted second method to pay for all this. What's more important, the copy chance or no? The gear is more important than the copy chance. So I'm gonna look for a discounted second method first. I guess Predator Spike would also work, right? I would really like my Intellect of Discord though, please. All right, well, Moon of Destruction's funny, but I don't have the gold for this. Ugh. I mean, there's a few weapon options that would work here. Intellect of Discord overall is the best weapon, though. Yeah, whatever. Next removal will be for her cards, but so we're gonna skip this and fight the elite. Skip this, fight the elite. I'm gonna click way up here to not misclick anything like last time. Okay. Skip the event. We don't need a divine, but we need more credits. Interesting. I have not heard if Foggy Crystal Ball works or not because there's no cost associated to them, but that would be interesting. Again, I think at this point we are just accepting the what we get is what we get kind of kind of mentality. All right, surely our Ballista crits and that should be enough. Okay, well, crit anyways. Yeah, that misclick is gonna haunt me, but you know we're beyond. Fuck off, Whirlpool. We're beyond it, so everything's okay. Foggy does work with ballistas. Interesting. Shop. Maybe I should have looked for the, yeah, there's a dopamine injector. Man, it really wants us to get Mutant Predator Spike, too. Jesus. Alright, this is fine. We get our shitty event out of the way that everybody hates. I would love to see the stats on this event of, like, what people actually pick. Because I have to imagine this ended up being a skip for a lot of people. Yes, event and then the elites. Epiphany, damn. Yeah, no, her stuff is already done, so. We don't want neutral cards. We don't care about the divine. Just gonna keep going very quickly. Oop, that was the wrong. Oh, wrong button, but didn't matter. Let's go. 5 hours and 2 of those runs in tier 14 difficulty 10 barely had any epiphany. Yeah, I really gotta hope that for the next season 2 has got to be better, right? I definitely understand that the devs need time to you know, test things, make it better, what have you, but season 2 has really got to be a banger. Jesus, this hand. Draw, I guess? Sure. Because for those that, you know, are maybe new to the stream and whatnot, my plans for in a couple weeks, I'm going to be playing some Enfield because I'm excited for that game. I'm excited for the combat being closer to Xenoblade Chronicles. But then other than that, you know, Chaos Zero Nightmare is still something that I want to do content on, but I am also trying to figure out, like, what other gachas are coming out this year that I might be interested in to try and eventually make some additional guides for. Sure, get it out of the pool. This has a little purple blob on it, so everything tells me to go towards the purple blob. We do need more credits, so I will be thankful for the extra credits here. Very nice. Yeah, Wenfield is Soonfield, though, at least, which is nice. Well, unfortunately, we have one more. We have one more event node to go, and I'm not feeling too lucky here. Yeah, I do think that the save data fix is going to help out, at least on some level for us. So I think we at least have that to look forward to. But otherwise, it is definitely a bit rough with the current state of, you know, re-farming everything in Season 2. Again, only farm the ones you want to play, but as someone who tries to showcase multiple characters, multiple builds, what have you, like, I am, in so many words, right, like, I get punished for trying to explore more builds. Damn, the game just does not want us to have nice things, huh? Where's my damn ballista, bro? There we go. All right, we'll just draw into it. Everything's fine. I will continue to make infinite ballista works. So there won't be a save data wipe. It's just that once Season 2 begins, there will be a new Laboratory 0, and there'll be new events where only the new data that you get from that, let's just call it Lab 2, right, can only be used for that seasonal content. Like, the new Great Rift will only have Season 2 decks be live for it. So you will have to reinvest, you know, into those characters. Now, the counterpoint, the positive to that, is that with each season, there's going to be new gear, new neutrals, new cards. So, like, there will be new ways to play the characters that we have. So how they handle that is, like, the big question a lot of us are waiting for them to answer. As long as they introduce new exciting ways to play our old characters by, like, again, new forbidden cards or however they do it, I think that could be fine. All right, rapid fire, Veronica, go. I was really hoping that was going to be a tentacle dude, man. Sick. So that is the other reason why I've been taking a bunch of the legendaries. I've been trying to find a way for us to try to increase the odds that we hit the right legendary we want. The one time the Whirlpool is good, man, I swear to God. I want to keep drawing ballistas here, so this is fine. Oh yeah, I forgot we have the Fate that gives us extra action points this entire time. That's a crazy amount of ballistas, though. Can you get Cthulhu in boss fights? If you mean elites, I'm pretty sure you can. I don't know 100% though. Ah, good enough. We'll... If we look at the current controllers in the game, it would make sense that Narja is going to be a support for break style of characters. Why am I not recording this run, bro? Oh my God, come on. What is going on? Bro? How? Just how? How does this happen? Don't make the same mistake as you. Wait, what was the I'm gonna be so real, and for those that have been checking the stream and all that stuff, like, I can't tell you how many damn times I've tried to look for this event, and I have not seen this. Mods ban this, man. No, I can't go play the lottery because this means I've used up all my damn luck trying to build this Veronica deck. This is hands down the most insane run I've had all season 1. And of course, it's 3 days left in this fucking season. Okay, so hold on. What is actually the correct point? I mapped this out earlier, right? Pick Repose for more faint memory. Oh, wait. Hold up. Oh, God, I forget. Because copying cards is based on what you actually copied, not the amount of the targets, right? No, it's copies overall, right? Hold on. So let me figure this out. So... yeah, so if it's for overall copies, we technically go over this. Or sorry, let me just click. We're obviously going to click the duplicate a selected card here. I'm going to click way in the corner so this doesn't... The fact that we could have copied Ecstasy, man. Okay. So we figured this out earlier, though. If we keep one basic in the deck, we can actually get an additional Kolowski. But would I rather have 4 Kolowskis or 1 basic? Alright, hold on. Let me just restart this whole ass calculator. No, because Repose puts us over, right? If we take the Repose, we would go to 190. See, I've screwed it up so many times, Coconuts, and what I'm trying to figure out is if I want to do a one basic left in the deck, or if I want to go for no basics but have a less divine count. Yes, divine copies count as 20 extra. Yeah, I guess you can copy basic. I'm obviously not going to copy my basic in this instance. What's a basic? The 4 divines. That is unironically kind of where I'm at. The downside is, like, that is going to be a lot of Yeah, I think I'm taking the greed angle. I think I am just going to go full divine greed angle instead. It is a 170 run. And, like, look, her basic completes, can give us another ballista as well. Yes, we've deleted 2 basics so far. For those that don't know, like, I'm doing all this planning based on, I'll just put the calculator in chat. Like, I think I am leaning towards the 1 basic, because Veronica does a lot of damage herself. And based on the calculation that I put in chat, we would be at 160 if we keep a basic but go quad divine. Yeah, screw it. Look, my favorite word, favorite 3 words in card games is draw a card. And what's better than drawing a card is drawing 2 cards. Fuck it, I'm not gonna overthink this. We're gonna keep the 1 basic. We're gonna get her other card. And, like, there's no way that we miss on the copy here, right? Like, there's absolutely no way we miss on the copy. That said, I still hate Whirlpool. What gear are we missing? We still need a... Oh, God, we still need a chess piece, which is nothing. Delete the basic from the shop now and you could just leave? No, we have... I mathed it out where we can get one more of the, Kowalski, right? No, we're missing her bombardment. We do want her bombardment. It gets us an extra reload. We unironically need Veronica's upgrade, chat. That is the one thing you can trust me on. What difficulty is this? 15. Yes, we do have the secret boss. Sure, I guess. That's still technically better. I mean, I guess we want to get a better chess piece off the boss, right? Like that's our play here. So we have to get, we're going to copy Kowalski, we're going to go to the shop, and then exit at the shop. And that should be exactly 160. You son of a... hate this dude for real. But yeah, my Veronica is E1 as well, so getting the extra stack of reload and having the upgrade is pretty nice. Bro, please let me deal enough damage. How bad would this be if I fail to run here? I kind of need my ballista, man. I kind of need my ballistas, please. I'm gonna have to rely on Sir Klauski to give me all my damn ballistas off the skill. It's better if I don't imagine. Well, stranger things have happened on stream. Okay, it's in the deck. We're good. Yes, we're building this Veronica deck, assuming that it's going to go with Ray, who is going to be a all remove deck. So it's only going to be drawing us damage dealing stuff with our main carry. Does the boss still have my pendant or something? Have I just, like, forgotten about that? I guess so. Alright, infinite ballista damage, though. It's fine. Okay, well, now our hand's gonna get spammed with ballistas, thankfully. Jesus, brother. Oh, man. All right. Just keep it going. Just keep the damage going. All right, I'm not going to sandbag the turn. The Metal Pierce will do it. All right. Oh. All right, no chess piece. So someone did say Foggy Crystal Ball works, right? Like, I have not actually been able to test this myself. I'm such a fake Veronica main. I haven't, like, look, I've been using the same Veronica build since, like, week 2 of this season. Keep that in mind. I have not actually had to build a Veronica in 6 weeks or whatever it's been. Okay, do we care about defeating the boss for the chance of a different myth? No, I'm not losing my tier 15 save. Never mind. That is whatever. Core Discord. All right, let's see if the shop can give us anything else. Also, I love that we were about to go into a mind break there, but we'll have enough events here to clear through before the boss. It counts since the Ray upgrade that includes 0 cost buff the Ballista too. All right, well, I guess my my thoughts on using Ray are all coming together then. All right, one more shop chance for a better chest, which, again, I'm not sure exactly what we're even going to be looking for at this point, but... Jeez, getting all these blisses together just feels absolutely insane. We don't want that card in our deck, so I'm going to burn it. Amir does work with Maribel for our OTK build. I think she's just fine otherwise. Oh, we didn't get an extra ballista there. Heartbroken. Wait, is our pendant live? There we go. Alright, surely we... Oh, rude. I was like, surely we draw into another, like, draw engine here just to make sure we get more damage off our ballista, but... It was one card away. Actually, you know what? Whatever. We're not going to fight the last guy, so... I am going to do our Kulowski here because we have the extra AP generation. No, so this run we had to pivot to Veronica because we were able to... Oh my god, do we have... Hold on. Oh god, do we have a temporary return left? Alright, hold on. Fuck. I have to crash the game before we exit. God, I hate this guy so much. I almost made the same mistake that I made with Mika because my Veronica is still in a breakdown. So hold on, I am so glad I just remembered this. That doesn't matter. Because there's not a temporary return left. The cap has been increased. Has it? By how much? I have not built Veronica in like 6 weeks. I have not gotten Veronica out of the center for 6 weeks of chaos runs. She has been broken down for 6 weeks. Corrupted memory cap is 100. All right. I am still gonna try to. Wait, why is it 140? Hold on. Where's my calculator? Oh, right. This calculator doesn't factor in the mutant sample. Oh, is there a different one? Oh, there's a better calculator out there. Hold on. No, removing the last... Yeah, say removing the last basic is 50, though, right? So this would go over. Use Yuri's calculator? Is that the one that someone just posted in chat? Convert. So this is divine. Copy. Okay, hold on. Tier level 17. Sorry, I have not seen this calculator yet, so. Why is this card not letting me copy? Am I just too dumb to use this calculator? Neutral card, monster card, forbidden card. Oh, do I have to, like, select the... Oh, I guess I have to select the character probably first. Veronica. Okay, I had to select the character first. Copy, copy, copy. So, if I... Oh, wait, I have to remove the... I have to remove the divine from the other ones. Oh, so it's exactly 170 then with the mutant sample. Wait, this calculator is way better. Hold on. This calculator is goated. Holy shit, thank you. This is way, way better UI. Better calculator. Yo, shout out to whoever, pin... Sorry, I was posting that in Discord really quick. So sorry, I didn't see which chat that came in from, so I'm just going to repost this in both. Just so people don't miss it. Sorry, I wasn't sure if that came in from Twitch or if that was from YouTube. But I just posted it in both for everybody. There, everyone should have it now. Yo, thank you for my combined chat already moved back. So whoever that was out there, thank you. Fucking goat. Appreciate it. This is way better. This is a significantly better calculator than I had. All right, so hold on. So we do want to remove then. We actually do have... Yeah, whatever, thanks. We do want to remove. And then I need a chess piece. And then I need to exit because I want to, like, absolutely check that I didn't brick my, my corrupted data. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how we beat Carapace because we're always gonna have three shields. Or 3 cards in hand, right? Oh shit. Wait, so does this count? Does this count individual? Okay, well, let's be realistic. So we're gonna have 4 draws anyways. 4 is 160 shield. Yeah, this should be better. I don't think that there's anything else that we can hope for. Sick. Absolutely sick. That said, I am giga paranoid, so I am going to try and figure out how I'm going to... Sorry, I'm going to try to Alt F4 just to save my Veronica and just to make sure that I don't have any random caps. Or it only... I guess it wouldn't count anyways, right? Because the previous limit was 10. So we couldn't get more than 10 corrupted saves to begin with, right? So for those that don't know, I guess story time. The reason why I am triple checking this is because on stream, oh, we can't even quit out of... Oh, never mind. This doesn't work because it's going to force us into it again, isn't it? Oh, never mind. I thought I could, Damn, I thought I could cheat it. I guess you can't. So if we don't get it, we don't get it. Anyway, so there was a stream that we had where we were in a very similar situation that we were trying to build a character, and all of a sudden Mika popped off and we got a quad source of water divine with the extra draw, and it was even better than the other Mika save that we had. And unfortunately, we were already at 10 corrupted saves, so we lost it. And that is still, like, in my gut. Like, I am still upset I lost that Mika save. Yeah, shout out to the real ones that were here for the Mika incident. That would, did not feel good. So no matter what, we just have to quit out here. I mean, we've done everything that we can. I seem to distinctly remember some table banging after the failed save. I cannot confirm or deny that that happened. So otherwise, I'm not... let me close out the other calculator because this new calculator is sick. Hold on. Cool. Have this one saved. So... Oh, yeah, that Mika save was haunting. And for those that don't know, once you get to this point, if you want to keep your tier data... Like, let me take a step back. At this point in the run, I have two options. Let's say that I didn't get the Foggy Crystal Ball, but I wanted a better chess piece for Veronica. I could try to fight the boss here, clear the chaos, lose our tier save, but have a reroll of the mythic. Or I can just bounce out here and keep my tier 15. And, well, spoiler, I want to bounce out of here and keep my tier 15. So, that is what we're doing. God, how big is this save file gonna be? Only 55k? Rude. Alright, hold on. Before I forget, we're gonna go to the center. Because I'm gonna forget that she's in here. Oh, I gotta do my, we gotta go on some dates. So before the last patch, if you had more than 10 corrupted saves, you would automatically lose it. But I forgot that they increased it to 100. All right, so now that we can actually go back to working on Amir after I check this. And for us, we were able to keep our tier 15. Oh, and by the way, here is our previous save data that had the 2 AP one, which was really nice. Or I'm sorry, the draw 2 other, but plus 1 AP. This one was a lot of fun to work with. Looks like I did have the save on it. But this was our preseason before we knew how save data worked. That is our maneuvering fire build, which is actually, this build is going to be dope after they change the, in February, this will be a really good build to have. And then we got our last one here, which, absolutely crazy. Are the corrupted saves showed by glowing purple? Yeah, so if I go to Mika, for those that don't know what a corrupted save looks like, it's these. It's all these ones that have X's on them, and then they're still in that state. But as you can see, that they did upgrade this quite a bit, so I need to go through and delete a lot of stuff. Yeah, like I said, it's been a while since I've cared about these characters, so I haven't had a reason to, and everything else is locked, right? Why would Maneuvering Fire be better in February? Oh, so, one of the updates that they're doing for February is, for your, oh my god, why am I blanking so hard on what's it called? So for all your simulations in, I believe it's February, I'd have to go check, maybe it's the March update, I'd have to go look at the tag again, but what they're going to be doing is, you know, where it used to, or where it does currently say, I should say, right here, where it says 3 challenge attempts and how it would normally take you through all 3 waves, instead of having to do all 3 waves worth of runs, it's going to compress them into one, and you'll get triple the rewards. And so with Maneuvering Fire, the way that it works, and because actually I could just show you the build really quick, right? Where is Veronica? The reason why this works is because Maneuvering Fire has the Outbreak of War or Initiation. So I can just pick my Maneuvering Fire build. We are going to go into this run and just pretend this is like the new mode and all that stuff. And what's going to happen is that my starting hand is going to just be all Maneuvering Fires. Okay, god darn it. I forgot about the equipment that I have. But now I can just very quickly spam my Maneuvering Fires, and that will consume triple the amount of stamina and rewards that we got right now. So this works on all of the difficulty 6 nodes. So if you want to farm a fun build just to make that a little bit faster, then just go farm Maneuvering Fire. Obviously, I forgot about the chest piece that we had. I think it's on Cassius that has it right now. That slowed that down a little bit. Yeah, it was on Cassius. But that's an update that you can look forward to in just terms of making your stamina spend like literal seconds. Oh, it is Wednesday. Cool. Well, there you go. That's why I'm looking forward to that build. That said, where's my other... This build has been demoted, which honestly, I guess I could just delete this. It's like a, this is just a older build that we're not doing anything with anymore anyways. It was just there for like a memories keepsake. So we have our new Klowski spam. We have our, what was this? Yeah, November 28th. I don't remember when the season went live, but this is just proving how old this build was at this point. And then we have our Maneuvering Fire build, and the rest of this is going to be trash that we need to delete. By the way, delete your save datas, y'all. This is every single one of these is a Veronica build that I take with on a chaos run. Absolutely insane luck that we just had. So, yes, 52 Veronica saves. 52 Veronica saves getting deleted. Jesus. All right. Oh, wait, what's the last one? Wait, why is there one more? Okay. So now we can go back to what I said that we were going to work on. Oh, wait, isn't, by the way, a day left to weekly resets. Please do your weekly resets. Mayor Veronica for 300 poll selector. I am going to be a very biased person, but I will always say Veronica. The fact that she just makes farming save data better is worth it for me. Yeah, imagine our next run's Mika, right? That would be crazy. Oh shoot, I wanted to test damn it, I meant to test that gear because I don't know if draw a card is worded, or sorry, I don't know if draw by an ability in this game is worded if so in card games, in card game logic, anytime you have a ability that triggers an effect, regardless of how many times that trigger happens, it would only count as one instance. So for that helmet that we got that says when you draw by an ability, 40% fixed shield, I don't know if it counts every Kulowski as a single draw instance, meaning we're only getting 40, or is it counting every card drawn, which would then mean every Kulowski is giving us 80% shield. And if it's 80% shield, holy shit, did we just high roll beyond belief. So I don't know how this works in card game logic versus how it works in this actual game. Also, why is it giving us the right starting blessing right away? It should be per card drawed, not card. Holy hell, that Veronica. Our Veronica stonks just went to the moon, man. Holy hell. All right, so for those that are joining us again, 2 hours later, I apologize, but we are going for a Metal Pierce Amir damage dealing focus build that's going to combine with Ray, because Ray is going to be one of the best ways to boost Metal Pierce's damage. However, we are looking for a very specific Metal Pierce, one of 5, and then hopefully if we can get a Divine on it, even better. Sure. E2 Veronica says, what's up? Let's tinfoil by changing the stream name to Building Veronica. No, because then people would tune in and be mad confused. Yikes. This is a very cursed run. Okay, so we have the tunnel all the way over here, which means our quick condition is that any time that we pop the Epiphany before this tunnel, we're gonna reset Amir, which unfortunately, like, that is a lot of battles to not try and hit the Epiphany here. I gotta reset our calculator tag here. So we are now building Amir. Should I build crit on Magna? If you want to do her damage dealing build, you absolutely could, with the Glacial Fist being the focus, but I know a lot of people just more traditionally build her as a tank. I want to give a shout out again to I'm Sue. He has a full Magna video on his YouTube channel on how he built her out, because he had a really sick damage dealing build, but I have not built a DPS version of Magna yet, other than like all-in counterattack focus. Which, to be fair, counterattacks can crit now, right? I think that was in one of the patch notes that I saw. I haven't actually went back and tested that yet. Well, yeah, I can confidently say that was the best run of our life for, it, but, wow, crazy Veronica save, for sure. When are we getting new seasonal chaos stream? Unfortunately, we have to wait for season 2 for that. Does draw weapon also proc on moving a card? I do not believe so. I think it does have to be specifically draw. There is some inconsistency in wording between a couple cards in the game that say draw versus move and all that stuff. Good luck on getting your 4th source of water as well, before I could comment on that. Oh, sorry, wait. I remember what it was. Move cards proc it, but not if they're in the discard. It has to come from your draw pile. That's what it was. I do remember someone confirming that. It cannot... That was the condition. It cannot be a move that happens from the discard pile. Like, there was some silly catch with it. I guess we're going to take the elite because of the, we want the credits to use here. Yippee, free whirlpool damage, I guess. I will say the card descriptions have come a long way, but definitely could be improved upon. Also, you know what it probably was? We got rewarded for finally figuring out how to get the vertical stream to work. And so we were rewarded for having the vertical stream finally populate. That's why we got the good Veronica blessing. Yeah, I'll have to think about how I can make the viewership a little bit better. Because, you know, like, what the vertical stream looks like in OBS versus, like, what people are probably seeing on their phones are definitely a bit different. Oh, dang. So if we're doing her damage build, it said remove one metallization, right? So I think it's fine if one of these become the upgrade. And we'll just rely on her other card to be the metallization enabler. I hope they add convert to remove events in zero system planets. Yeah, I think overall that there is some updates that need to happen to the farming experience. I think we can all agree on that end of it. Yeah, the gameplay part is small, and I tried to make it take up, like, the full lower half, but then people were saying that they didn't like the, full screen variant. Because, like, I had this layout for a while. Oh, sick, we actually got the unique, plus we get free buffs for this run. Hell yeah. I had, like, this full version of it where you could see more of the gameplay, but then it cuts off the middle. Is there a way to do, like, a poll on YouTube that I could, like, just poll people to see what they like? I do not see a polling option, because that would be too good, wouldn't it? Create highlight, share. I don't want to run an ad. Oh, wait, here's a poll. Yeah, okay, hold on. Which view do you prefer for vertical? Small but complete. Zoomed in look. Okay, cool. We figured it out. So, For those that are in the YouTube vertical stream, just to confirm, what you're seeing right now is the zoomed in look versus if you have just this view would be like the zoomed out, and then I'm removing, and this is like zoomed out, but no chat interference and stuff like that. For what it's worth, the way I've seen most streams, and I know that this would probably just work better for Enfield, but a lot of people use this orientation where you just have like the zoomed look. So if you're in the vertical stream, please make sure to vote, because I will use and maybe I swap it for, oh gosh darn it. Nope. Damn it. Well, reset. We did not get the right divine here. We got a neutral and then the worst one for the other effect. So 9 votes so far. I'll let the votes go for a bit. And maybe it's just a thing where it's just like for Chaos Zero Nightmare, where you need to see more of the stream or more of the gameplay itself. Maybe having the zoom out version is better, but for Enfield, where everything's going to be like very centered, probably vertical works better, or the zoomed in for the full vertical works better. Yeah. So Mischief, I've been trying to work on a we get the right start again. I've been trying to work on an overlay that works for people who are viewing from the YouTube app. So for those that don't know, I guess I got to show it like this, right here. Well, I guess this is what it's going to look like for those that are on vertical, right? Where it's like, here's the gameplay. The chat's always going to be over on the bottom side. And then it's obviously like myself, logo, and whatnot. So I've been trying to find ways to make the mobile experience better for the people that are on like just the app, or if they're like scrolling by on like shorts and stuff. That's where it gets viewed. But for those that are on within the mobile app, you should still see both streams. So you should technically be able to choose which stream that you want to look at. Nice. We got Metal Pierce again. So we're gonna try to find a tunnel. Yikes. Can we cut all the way down? So shop down. There's no cross here. All right. Unfortunately for us, it's a very late tunnel again, so we're going to try to skip as many fights as possible. Which means here, and then cross down here. Not a problem. Again, I apologize to everyone that was like, you know, here watching me trying to figure it out. I just had something configured wrong in the background, and that's why it wasn't, the second stream was never showing. So it's one of those, I was just very stupid and I overlooked something. It's always the simple things that you forget when you're trying to set it up. So I will say, keep in mind though, after the stream, I'll always delete the vertical view, just so that if people are going back to try to find the stream later, if they want to watch it, hopefully they're watching it on like a better screen orientation. This is strictly just for the if you see it live view. But yeah, thankfully I have figured it out, so it is all now working as intended. Yep, cool. And I was just double checking the background that on YouTube there's I'll always tag which one is vertical based on like just having big bold letters like, hey, this is the vertical stream, if that's the one you want to watch. All right, removal event, making sure that we're just getting removing cards that could be copied. I said we want to go down, or I guess this one doesn't matter, but we are going to go down here. Although I will say the vertical stream is... Oh wait, I was behind. Oh, there it goes. Now it's live. I'm like, man, did I have the wrong view up this entire time? But good old multi-stream capabilities. We are just gonna try to deal more damage here. I always hate this enemy just for stacking up your cards with the shock, or stacking up your deck with shocks, man. Always makes it a pain to go through this. I guess the only thing I need to figure out now is how in the world to get the notifications working again, because there was a follow that I missed earlier, and it's still not generating on stream for whatever reason. It's like my plugin just completely stopped working, which I guess now that I think about that, let me try resetting this completely. Oh wait, that is the vertical source. Where is my alert box? And then refresh. Yep. I don't know. Says connected and everything. But like, I'm not hearing that. Even when I run a test alert, it's like not playing the auto sound now in the background. Another big reason why I like Veronica is because turns like this, where the enemies are constantly filling up our hand with shocks and reducing the number of things that we can actually draw to, well, deal damage, Ballista is always going to pop one for us and make sure we're getting consistent damage turn over turn. Or like this turn, and then there you go. We crit so we get out of it. Perfect. If we're building her as a damage dealer, we don't really need... I mean, we'll take it out of the pool by grabbing it here, so sure. I said the bottom path, right? Yes, we gotta go straight bottom. Hopefully a really quick cleanup with her ultimate. All right, Mika coming back. We'll get ourselves a little bit of a heal. I mean, setting up the vulnerable for Veronica's ballistas is also just fine. More creds to pay for our removal costs is always appreciated. Again, we're at the mercy of just hoping our metal card does not epiphany early. Which, of course, we get it during this fight. This is also why you really want to see an early tunnel where possible to try to get the divine, the right epiphany and right divine. So if I really wanted to try to like sweat this build, I would just reset until we had an earlier tunnel. But at this point, I just want to make a working. Oh, never mind. It was for full metal. I really wanted to try to make a like proof of concept build, as I call them, for Amir. All right, 2 more fights to dodge, and we'll be good. But yeah, I think the best ways to end up dealing this is going to be using her 2 costs for Full Metal Hurricane to deal AoE damage, and then Metal Pierce for the single target. So nice that we at least have a couple different ways that we can build out Amir for damage dealing instances. Okay, got the upgrade again, that's fine. Deck thinning plus continuous metallization stacks to combo with her cards, appreciated. So we are going to build her as a crit rate and crit damage, but in terms of, yes, we still do need defense to boost up her damage. So the answer is kind of all the above, unfortunately. I have a Maribel showcase that kind of works the same way. In that instance, so we'll have to see what we get for Amir once we get into the actual gearing part. But I want to make sure that we get her. Oh, nice! Mouthful is a great double removal. But like that's the awkward part. You want to build crit rate and crit damage still because that's going to be a biggest damage source. But then after that, your substats that you want to build for are defense because that's going to be directly boosting her damage, as well as HP if you're trying to do the OTK version because. Shields are maxed, there's a limit on how much shield that you can get on any character or on any team based on your max HP. So the max shield that you can ever get is equal to 2 times your current max HP. So that only really matters for the Maribel video that we did, but for Amir, it won't be as important because you're never going to be able to get, and or care about the max shield other than her ego skill. All right, so we were removing 2 other things here. So, oh, we're actually kind of running out of things to remove. Because this has a chance to roll unique. So we are just going to remove these 2. The good thing about this is it allows us to get an early removal out of the shop. It also is going to give us the best chances to have our Divine target the right card. All right, perfect. We did not get our Metal Pierce to upgrade here, so it looks like we do have a good chance of getting the right card, the right Epiphany, right Divine. Well, Amir herself is not a good enough standalone tank. Amir is always going to be more of like the damage-dealing focus for that team. And so we actually had built out Kalipe and Magna already. To maximize on that. This is more just like a proof of concept and having fun build for Amir that we're working towards. If you want to build Amir as like a successful tank, then you have to build her with a lot of the neutral cards. Oops. And I guess to that point, maybe it's worth doing a third Amir build that focuses on how to make her an actual tank. But I do maybe incorrectly assume that people just have Maribel if they have. I assume that people have one of the other Vanguards and not just Amir, especially because you don't get Amir for free anymore, as people have informed me. So more reasons to hope that people have other Vanguards that they can rely on. Oh, I could have just used our partner skill here, but I guess cycling through to see if we can get Veronica's cards to get her out of the mental breakdown stays fine. Yeah, that worked out. Oh, I'm sorry. She has to hit me one more time, though. All right, I will now use my partner ego skill. Just give us the last bit of damage. right, we're going to hope for Tunnel, hope for Divine, and hope for the right Epiphany. I mean, neither of these really matter for how we're trying to build her. There is no such thing as being late. Thank you for joining the stream when you can. Well, no Divine here, so we're gonna hope that the second event is the Divine. Also, the good thing about streams is you can always go back and catch stuff you missed. I will say you missed us building the most absurd Veronica save file that I was able to get. That entire run was like a fever dream. All right. Random card. Hopefully it goes on the right one. We did get the mouthful event before this, so best possible chance of getting Metal Pierce. Okay. Nope, it is the, damn. Increased tenacity damage. No, thank you. It's the generic one, but we did get the right Epiphany, so this is still a run that we can continue on and be happy about. Do I think that going for sustained DPS will be the best route for Tower of Screams? It's hard to say without knowing exactly how they're going to build out those encounters. I have been working on like more of an auto-friendly build. That's why I've been working on like the Kalipe saves and stuff like that. But I think still when we think about, if we go back to early days of Chaos Zero Nightmare and we think about what was the best team back then for clearing content, having Kalipe, Mika, and Veronica be your like golden trio will most likely still be one of the best teams that you can do, just for how their synergy all combines together. So to your point of like double sustained DPS, I think there is going to be a lot of merit to that team combination. Another issue is like we still don't know if it's going to be like, you know, 5 ads per fight, if it's going to be AoE focused, if it's going to be like a boss rush for the final stage. Like, imagine if the final 5 stages of Tower of Screams is literally just 5 bosses back to back. That could put a lot of people in an interesting spot. And for me, who wants to do like that Ray deck that I was talking about, they could force us into a spot where if we do a 0 card deck, once that character is in a breakdown state, you can never get them back. So I'm kind of secretly hoping that the devs do punish in air quotes again, these builds of people who are doing like, oh, zero card decks style, where once they're in a breakdown state, you would just never get them back. And slowly your team would be in a full mental breakdown state. I think there's some cool stuff that they can do with the mode, but we'll see. Oh, I totally forgot that we were running the poll. So 18 votes for small but complete for Chaos Zero Nightmare. So a whopping 90%. Okay, we'll keep the vertical orientation as is, I should say. Yes, we are trying to build some. Oh wow. I would say we were trying to build some damage dealing. Oh, actually, 1 AP, though, is... Heck. No, you cannot recover from breakdown with zero cards, which is the way that they would balance it. So, yes, we are trying to build a single target damage dealing Amir build, but we are also realizing that so we don't want to decrease metallization here as a problem. Oh, wait, you're saying that you can recover from it? What does it do for the... Oh, well, that just totally negates the mode then. That's kind of dumb. So we don't want to decrease metallization stacks further. So we're going to take the other one. The 1 AP, I guess, like, if the card gets stuck in our hand, we're just never going to use it. They just put a card into your hand? Aw, well, all right. Well, that bums me out. Never mind. Everything's awful. There's no drawback. There's no downside. Never mind. Tower of Screams is going to be baby mode easy then. Oh, sick. I did that in a terrible order, but whatever. Yeah, I guess the devs could design like a debuff, right? Where it's like, oh, if you go into a breakdown and you have no cards in deck, it's like an auto crash condition. Yes, we got a Magna build 2 nights ago on stream. I forget what it was. Okay, I do need my Ballista generations, please. I love how we were doing stone negative damage and about to go into another breakdown. Oh, this dude is really just saying we're not getting our ballistas this run. Oh, I guess it's still in our draw pile for this one. Because Amir's going to go into a breakdown. Bro, are you serious? Every single discard. I might unironically die to this guy. I guess, like, we still have some basics left, but, not looking good for us. 12 stacks of morale, man. Holy hell. $766. We'd have to get a Ballista generation off of it. All right, sure. We are holding on for dear life this run. Holy hell, all right. It's not gonna give a shit either, I'm sure. I mean, it does increase her defense and increases her damage, right? Sure. That was painful. Do you think we'll build more tanks next season? I hope so, but I'm also not exactly... Wow, we have a lot of... Still have a lot of misses in the deck, though. Not holding my breath, per se. We don't have any forbidden cards. I don't want to spend them. Like, that's a good item, but I don't want to buy a legendary here. I guess we have the Full Metal Hurricane to give us a little bit more damage. Yeah. This might be rough. Well, the issue is that some of those generic epiphanies are actually best in slot, right? Like, that's the challenge. So, it's hard when... I think this just goes back to us, like, needing a save data item, which we know that is coming soon, but maybe not soon enough in some cases. Alright, I guess we're just going to take this turn to heal up. I did that in a horrible sequencing, I realized after the fact again, but... I'm going to wait to use Veronica's ultimate until hopefully I can create an extra Ballista, but... Thankfully with the enhanced Ballista here, we can still do a lot of single target damage. I was really hoping that was going to generate one, but there is a chance we can kill him here before the heal, depending on if we crit or not, because this is going to give us the max amount of stacks, so I am just going to try to appease this a little bit. I guess we're a stack short. Should have been 4 stacks. Ah, okay. The next turn we get the Ballista. 258 left. Alright, whatever. He has no health left. The Ballista's gonna kill it. So, not the best copy chance in the world, but we're gonna try to copy our Metal Pierce. Okay, well, we are in a good shape to continue this run. No, because we just got the other item on him. We're gonna want to get the damage item instead here, so I'm gonna throw this on somebody else, but for gesture, I mean, this is another one that would be... God, this is really hilarious if we can get it to work with Full Metal Hurricane for this build too, but you know what? We don't have a divine. So we do actually have enough room. Wow, this might be goated, actually. Because we're trying to build a Amir deck that works with Ray for all the damage boosting effects. And if we can use that Forbidden to turn Full Metal Hurricane into a 1-cost, that means it should get buffed by all of Ray's cards as well, which would be sick. All those are kind of whatever. So we don't really need the tunnel because we don't need a divine. We just want like copy events and stuff. We still have 2 basics to remove. So yeah, we're going to focus on events and shops here instead. Which means, I mean, there's 2 events this way. So 1, 2, 1, 2 that way. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we want to go here and then up. But we're going to skip this, of course. All right, I'm going to actually grab some water really quick. I've been going at it for a while. So if you've been here since the start of the stream, hey, take a little quick water break, and I'll be right back. All right, so... Oh, yeah, see, exactly. Turns like this. We can make this a 1 cost instead. And the effect is permanent, so it does work with Ray, potentially. That'll be fun. I'm gonna see... It'd be really cool if we can get that to come together. Oh, we are not getting enough damage on this, unfortunately. Just really hoping we get a Ballista there. Is there a secret to increasing the chance of popping a selected card after you beat the boss? Yes, by having unique cards in your deck and removing possible targets otherwise early. Nice. There is definitely a science to it, if you will. I mean, sure. Divine, I guess. There's no divines that we have that are... I mean, draw one's nice. It's kind of not what we, I mean, none of these are good, to be honest. I wish this was cost reduction instead, and that would have been fine. Because we don't care about her shield gain in the 1 cost build. We didn't get a divine for... Yeah, we only have the forbidden cards. So, like, all these... None of this is ideal. Unfortunately. We should... I mean, we should have more than enough points. We'll take the draw just because it's it says draw a card, right? My 3 favorite words in card games. Because that got its epiphany. Oh, we're missing, Oh, we're missing 2 cards, actually. Dang. Resting doesn't do anything, so I guess we are going to fight. We want more credits for removal stuff anyways. Yeah. This is always like the downside of when you have these teams that don't deal as much damage, but then we also don't have Mika's healing cards to ramp up with, and she's about to go into a mental breakdown state here as well. Can feel pretty bad. But this isn't also like a high damage fight either per se, so at least it lets us get her back pretty easily. But yeah, I am all for more Protoss skills that make the Chaos farming experience better because, you know, as this run as an example, I'm not really going to use a lot of my skills where maybe if I'm only doing 1 or 2 more runs before reset, I would have liked to have the opportunity to get more value out of this run. Oh, we don't have a Ballista yet. Sure, more shield. Thank goodness she came back early. Not sure if that Ballista is going to do enough, but we can hope. We are getting super low here. I said skip tunnel, right? Skip tunnel, shop, in going. Oh wait, we can skip this by going up, right? So we can dodge the powered up nodes, thankfully. All right, not gonna click on the wrong thing. Gonna click way off to the side so I don't oopsies anything. We want to go over, up. Getting the chest from this event, honestly, would have been... All right, no, we already have a chest piece, so I guess it doesn't matter. Don't really care about any neutrals for the build that we're working towards. Deluge is a unique, so we don't have to remove it. Wait, shoot, how many removals do we have left? We might be getting close to the end of... Over, up, over, back down here, normal, elite, rare. So we have these 2 events left that we can count for the removals. So we have 1 more removal for just some other unit's card. Oh, I guess we don't really have a good removal target because Sorokolowski giving us some drawn damage is kind of nice. So I guess we'll just remove one of her cards here and remove one of the other targets later on. Don't have any draw effects for her yet. Kind of tempted to take the heal, man. If I'm being honest, we're kind of getting questionably low in this run. Because we can't rest at campsites. We're kind of cooked on that front. No. I'm gonna hope that the E6 can carry us. We could go for like the confiscation angle like we did with our Magna, because that also does give us some draw and get us some extra stuff. Like, we're gonna have points left over in this build every single time. You know what? I am gonna take a confiscation angle here for the extra draw. I think that's fine. We will absolutely take the emblem. This is a very good pickup for us. We need to heavily rely on some healing here, though. Oops, let's not get rid of our ballista. So we're going to be healing focused and healing and shielding, try to use this to stabilize, hopefully, our health a bit. And then it just turns me into an immediate liar, I guess. I guess we could have done this to make the pendant free. He's not dealing damage this turn, so we want to try to find a heal if we can. No luck on the healing front. I'll say the Ballista just deals so much damage. But good, we do actually get the damage amount here, which is nice. This does work with what we're trying to build. Also, when you have something that's going to increase the base damage and you're working on a multi-hit build, it just does so much more for us. Alright, so we're going to go up because we're going to skip this. Unfortunately, no rest on this difficulty modifier that we're working with. And then we are going to pivot and, yep, go back down here to try to avoid the powered up node. Is it possible to run a double defense team? Absolutely. Alright, well, that's a little bit of a bummer, but more damage is more damage here, so we can't complain too much. Oh, shoot, this might be, this purple node might be the ore vein. So I'm not sure if any other people have, like, tested this, but there is a running theory so far that the tiles do matter for the type of stuff that you get. Where else do we have? So I'm just going to look ahead. We get 2 nodes here either way to go through this. Yeah, we'll take a gamble. We'll see if this is, maybe it's ore vein, right? Maybe we high roll. No, failed replica. Womp womp. Ooh, Heart of the Jewel is... Oh, wait, no, is Heart of the Jewel the heal one or the X one? Shoot, I think it's the other one that I was just, I got too excited. I thought it was the healing one. No! Gosh darn it. I thought it was the other one. Alright, well, let's see if I just oopsied my run. We do have a multi-hit character, so this could have been worse. And notably, we do get our ballista. Multi-hit character, and then get none of the cards for it. Cool. Oh, goodness. All right. Damn, you have got to be kidding me. Yeah, we really needed to draw our metal pierces here. I guess we just have to shield up instead. I think this is just very unfortunate RNG for us. Oh wait, that wasn't enough. Hold on. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I don't think there's anything we could have done differently this turn. Yeah, it's still 11:32 no matter what we do. Man, even with the multi-hits, we just got really bad RNG on that first turn. Yeah, thanks for drawing all that now, man. Oh. Damn, I should have just gone the safe route. Yep. Unfortunately, that is going to be a failed run. I was trying to get the extra copy. Damn, that was like kind of perfect. I'm actually really upset about that one. We had the two best gear slots, right? We had the right Epiphany plus copied already. We had the full metal Hurricane plus the right Forbidden to like make this combo work with Ray. Oh, that is this one is gonna sting for a while. Oh, I guess I did build one with her shield in mind. I already built my defensive version. So if you want to build Amir as a actual Vanguard and try to be like, hey, I need a shield sort of thing, Relentless Endurance is the card that you're going to want to look for from the shops. And in a perfect world, get a Divine on it as well. So if you're someone who doesn't have Maribel, does not have Calipe, does not have Magna, and you're trying to get ready for the tower update on Wednesday, I would very strongly recommend trying to get an Amir save with this card on it as a shielder. Or just hope for healing. And then, sorry, for the double defense team, Calipe and Magna is what I'm building, personally. All right. Okay, I probably have time for like one more reset attempt. Let me just go and get her. Oh shoot, we have 10 minutes. I gotta do some dates really quick, which I haven't even really cared about who I was working on next. I was just like trying to get everyone up to 10. I'm sure there's a way to optimize these. No, I do not remember what all the right answers are. I am just clicking through just to make sure I get them for the items. You're at 10. You're at 9. Great. Now, of course, if you have a main character that you care about and, you know, you want to get their stats maxed out, I definitely would recommend hyper-focusing on one, just to get as many stats as possible. Because you do get a permanent upgrade the higher that you go in their affinity, right? You get, you know, it's not nothing, it's something, at least stat-wise. All right, well, can't let one bad run hold us down. Got to get back in there and continue on trying to make her work. Shoot, we got really lucky with our resets earlier, so I guess now it's finally gonna punish us. Again, I am someone who always goes for double removal. That is the ideal start that we want. Helps us shave a basic off, and as well as remove a bad copy target. All right, we can deal with the health and nerf. I don't know why I keep removing the attack when I should be removing the shield instead, but oh well. All right, once again, we got our Epiphany target, so we're going to hope for an early tunnel. A little unfortunate that we keep getting that one. We do get a shop, which is nice. Yikes. So, shop down here that does cut up the tunnel. We can make this work. Yeah, if you're trying to do zero system, it does feel bad trying to get the right starts. Because zero system is just way too expensive. I will say, if they're gonna make us do zero system, right, for the next 3 weeks or whatever it ends up being, they really need to reduce the cost. Like, just make zero system free to cycle for a while. The fact that you have to do with, like, tier list RNG as well as chaos RNG as well as modifier RNG, like, it's just not a good time. Again, we already have our Epiphany target, so we're going to choose to get the item instead of fighting him this time. Try to drag out our Epiphanies as long as we can. Campfire, move. Thank goodness lets me keep my ballista this time. Always just try to target one of these guys down where we can, just to remove the amount of shocks that are going into our deck turn after turn, to hopefully not drag this out any longer. Thanks, thanks Whirlpool for joining the party. Veloran, thank you for the follow. But yeah, we're going to try to, maybe I will go back and try to do a defensive focus version for tower as well, but I'd like to finish this proof of concept first with the Amir Ray combo that we've been working towards. Ray still remains the best damage enhancer in the game, so I'm very curious to see when we're getting a 5-star version of her as well. I do think Narja is going to be all-in focused on the break mechanic. Right now, every controller has been filling like a more particular niche, so I think that's like the one like key outstanding thing that we'll see expanded on. Okay, now I forgot where I said I was going. Yes, down here for the shop, and then cutting back up. We do not care about training. No mutant sample for us, unfortunately, but extra credits are always very well appreciated. Very well accepted and much appreciated is what I was going for there. Cut out a card that we don't want getting a divine. Credits are kind of low, actually. We're not even gonna bother seeing if there's a gear that we can buy. Increased healing for 2 turns is nice. Oh, I forgot. Did not check that we were capped there. Sure, whatever. We'll let this guy get a Fury trigger. We're not getting around it. We have too many skill cards. Alright, well, never mind. Fortitude. What do you mean there's a when recovering epiphany on that one? Hello? I mean, I know this is the neutral pool, but I mean, this is absolutely not what we want. Alright. That was super early, so we're going to try to do one more. But then I have a appointment that I have unfortunately have to get to. This is why that last run is going to haunt me now, because I had everything that I really wanted set up, and then just... I can't even call it get greedy, because it was like the objectively right thing to do. It's just that stupid powered up bat, man. Too strong. Too good. If we would have got our multi-hit items to you know, decrease the number of morale that he had, we would have been able to survive and keep our shield for the following turn, but sadly, we just, bad RNG killed that run. Oh, goodness, man. That is way too late in the run. All right, well, there's a bunch of elites plus nodes, so we'll take it. Oh, man. Oh, we did have actually, I should have just used the Metal Pierce there. There we go. Never punished. We get our wave, which generates an extra AP for us. Yep. Go, Ballista. Push out the damage. Hope for the best. That is... Alright, I'll look that up later. Again, gotta love Veronica just giving us so much extra damage. Sure. More shield. Which, again, does work with Amir, technically. Just making sure that Metalize will trigger. Okay. Sure, I'll take one last... Ah, gosh darn it. I was saying, I just looked at the time and realized it was a minute later, but... I say, finally another mutant sample, so, you know, we'll take that. I mean, getting a quad divine Metal Pierce would be sick. And honestly, at this point, like, I'll take any reasonable divine as long as it's the right epiphany. Alright, whatever. The game wants to keep discarding my Ballista generation, so I just have to accept that we're not getting it. I guess shielding is shielding here. Whoa. Yes, 4 HP left. Got it. Yeah, anxiety and neglect together has been a challenge, to say the least. But I have been able to get some really cool save datas out of it, so I'm thankful at least that has lined up for me. I will say, once your characters have, like, +5 memory fragments across the board, you have your potential nodes and all of that stuff, it's honestly not that bad. It's just you have to be super invested in those characters. Do I think top 1,000 will be in the top 1% for the current Great Rift? I'm going to be super honest. Once I saw that people were taking like 20-hour runs of Great Rift, I stopped looking into it. I have not done Great Rift since I made my video on it, and I got my team that with 1.1 million that did not use Selena. And I was like, you know what? Good enough for me. I was like, I'm not going to go through in the Great Rift and go through that experience. In the time that I could have spent working towards the Great Rift, I made the Maribel OTK deck instead, and that was a lot of fun. So I am always someone who's going to look for the fun in my video games instead of the sweat tier leaderboards, which again, that is fun to other people. It's not fun to me. I'm not going to yuck someone else's yum, but there's so much cool team building and other opportunities you can do in this game. I really just want to make sure I'm spending time on the other characters. What's my Great Rift rank? No clue. I'd have to go look at it after the run. I would have to go look at when I published that video, but I'm pretty sure it was December 26th. I have not done Great Rift since December 26th. I have even forgotten to do my weekly rewards. That's how much I don't like weekly Great Rifts. So I don't know the actual hour that it takes for their full cycle, but people were doing legitimate 24-hour streams to do Great Rift attempts. And I'm just like, nope, not for me. I saw people talking about it in the community Discord, and I was just like, I can't do that. They were getting up to like thousands of boss kills. Literal thousands. I'm like, nope. Big noper. Why did I just take the money instead of the item? Misclick. Even though it's pushing in unintended features, I wouldn't say unintended, right? Like Shelter Strike is meant to combo with shields, and Amir just happens to be the best way to get those shields. I think it's very much within like the realm of possibilities. All right, well, if we can dodge 2 more fights, we might be able to get a divine chance here. Sure, go morale buff. Yeah, there is some absolutely wild stuff that people are able to churn together in the Great Rift. I mean, to a point, right? Like, the devs keep giving characters move cards, so I mean, clearly they want stuff to be somewhat broken. I can't reasonably just give them a straight pass on a very, like, high-level synergistic thing that just works when we have move that just continues to break things. You know, that said, I will say, let people break shit. Let people break your game. Give us the tools to let us have fun with it. I guess I should be very clear that I want to encourage people to have fun with the game and to find broken stuff like that. Makes us discard our ballistas again, man. Boy, howdy, that is an ugly hand. So this frees us up a spot. I mean, I can't do double hit here anyways. I guess we do need metallization stacks. Alright, we're totally going to draw into our ballista here, and it'll make sense for ultimate, and everything will be fine. Or not. Alright, unfortunately our hand's getting a little stuck here. Grab a shield, try to do a little bit more damage with, God, just does legit, like, negative damage. Oh, man, stop giving me bombs. Oh, there we go, we got our firing preparation, finally. Unfortunately, we don't have, you know, attacks to really make use of it here. We can generate an extra wave, though. All right, we are making room. Let's go. Oh, I shouldn't let him get the attack in, just in case their ballista kills him. All right, well, never mind. Never lucky. All right, come on, give us a selectable divine for... Jeez. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to rush just because I am running out of time because I have to go to that appointment, but I want to see if we get our divine here for this run. Or if it'll be an auto quit. I see you, game, giving us gesture of freedom again. Actually, I mean, if we're building the DPS version, isn't Ecstasy of Violence just always better? Never mind. I got really excited because I want to live the meme dream with what's it called? But Ecstasy of Violence is just always going to be better. If we're building the DPS route. All right, Call of the Void, rare event. Please be the select one. Oh, all right. It all comes down to this. Yeah, our odds were not great here, by the way. Why? Hey, man. When recovering, decrease cost by 1. Fuck off. Ah, man. The nightmare is ongoing. God, actually, did I have, what other epiphanies did I, oh gosh darn, I actually just closed out of it. All right, you know what? Actually, that is the note that we're going to end on. We are going to, so that is going to be a quit out, unfortunately. We are trying to look for the other divine, which is going to give us more hits and stacking vulnerable. So we're going to work on Amir a little bit more in a future stream. I'm going to try to finish out a damage build for her as well as a more tank focused build. For the sake of the tower, now, of course, we were able to finish a Maribel build, a Kalipe build, and a Magna build. The Maribel was more OTK focused, but I was able to finish a Kalipe and Magna combo that I'm going to hopefully use for the tower, which will be our like full auto clear style of build, hopefully. Otherwise, of course, we are looking forward to Narja, which will be our day one. We'll do our day one guide, impressions, all that stuff. I'm going to try to take Narja into tower as well, just to see like, some type of showcase for her, but we won't have a great rift, so there won't be like a good boss showcase for her. So I don't know how we're gonna do like a proper Narja showcase just yet. But if you want to see Narja day one, we will be streaming it before and after work. So I will be up at 3 a.m. my time when the patch goes live. Make sure to subscribe to the channel or follow us on Twitch to make sure you're keeping up with those updates. But otherwise, as always, let us know what you want to see next. Do you have a favorite character that you want to see us build out on a stream or just have a guide on? Definitely let me know either in comments, on live, what have you. But that is going to do it for today's stream. I do have to go run to a appointment, so I apologize for kind of the sudden abrupt end there, but we whiffed on the Epiphany, so that run's going to get scrapped. It is what it is, unfortunately, but to all our friends out there, make sure to grab yourself some water. Stay hydrated. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I may or may not stream tomorrow. Just depends on how a couple things go. But hopefully you'll join us around here next time. But until then, stay safe, stay hydrated, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.